I see you on here, babe. Alright, thank you for those tuning in right now. It's American Truck Simulator, part 34. I'm going to try to get myself from California all the way into Wyoming. Got to take care of a job right now where I have to go pick up some vehicles and bring them from California into Wyoming. There we go. Alright. Let's get this job rolling.
Stay right, and then turn right. Turn right.
I will try to use my own trailer after I finish this job. So we're going to see how this job goes, and then I'll grab my trailer. And hopefully, I would like to try to go back to doing the escort mission. Hopefully save one towards the end of the stream, so we'll see how that goes. But first things first, let me grab this job and get this money rolling into our bank account. And if that sign gets out of my way, I can actually see where my stuff is. There we go. There we go. Turn that wheel. Good. See if I can get myself out of here. There we go. Go. All right.
Time to hit the road.
All right. Got our cars. Looks like some Mustangs and a bunch of Chevys up top. Ready to load these bad boys on out. There we go. Turn that wheel nice and tight.
Turn right.
Alright, we are rolling. Looking good.
Stay left, and then turn left.
I think I may be doing 2 rest areas for this mission. Because I gotta go all the way from California to Wyoming. I may only have to get gas once. My truck is really good when it comes to conserving fuel. But we'll find out. we'll see how that goes just a little bit. So again, delivering cars from Tesla, and it's not really Tesla cars, it's a Tesla dealership delivering 2 Mustangs, I guess they look like Chevy Silverados, and going from California to Wyoming. So right now we're in San Francisco, just started the job. It is worth $86,000, and see if we can get this going. And again, for those just tuning in, I should only have to rest my driver twice in this job, I believe, and I think I only have to fuel up my truck once, if at all, for this job. Pretty much my truck has really good conservation on fuel, keep it in eco mode, and pretty much keep my RPMs nice and low at certain parts on this trip, so shouldn't be using too much gas. So we're looking pretty good right now. Trying to get out of San Francisco. I got to get on that bridge up ahead that everyone sees overhead. Trying to get myself to that bridge, and then I'll work my way out of this area. So let's just sit back, relax, enjoy the stream. For those tuning in, I'm gonna keep on rolling. Just gonna periodically chime in here. We'll go from there.
Stay right, then turn right. Turn right. Stay left.
Alright, so we are making good time right now. I know I am fully doing 83 miles per hour. I'm pretty much just gonna keep my truck moving as best as I can. I probably should turn off that notification going forward in my future streams,
Go straight.
because I don't technically follow that speed limit all the time, and since I turned off offenses for driving tickets and stuff, I don't technically have to use that anymore, so I probably will look into turning that off. And let me see if I can get my steering wheel. Feels a little loose. Let's see here. Probably look at my settings later on in the stream, but right now, holding pretty strong. Go from there. There we go. Take a look at my steering wheel for a moment. Yeah, feels a little loose. Let's see here. There we go. I'm staying in my left lane because that guy's coming over. Yeah, it's the part of the highway I need to keep moving fast because we're going to start going up in elevation. And my truck's going to start trying to slow down a little bit. And I need to keep my speed up because this part of the highway it's gonna just keep going up. And I can already tell my speed is coming down just a little bit. Yep, 65, 64. Like, I have to make sure I was flooring it before I get to this point, because I dropped drastically. And we're looking good right now on the speed. I just need to stay in this lane, keep flooring it right now. And that person got in front of my lane, so now I'm gonna lose my momentum. Hopefully I can get over this bend. Let me see. Nope. Alright, good, he's moving. The car's moving, that's good. Because I was gonna say, if that car started going slowly, I would have lost major momentum on this part of the highway. And as you can see, I'm just going up. See, we're going up into the mountains. I'm just going higher now. Hopefully it should level out shortly. Alright, good. So I didn't lose too much speed, just around 15 or so mile difference between what I was originally at and where I dropped to, so we're looking good. And now the highway should level out on this part now. I got less than 30 minutes before I turn on my running lights, because eventually we are going into nighttime. So get those lights ready. And I will have to take a look at my steering wheel settings because it just feels a little bit loose. Probably have to fix the sensitivity on it.
Go straight.
It could have been the updates. I know that SCS has done some updates with the game and the handling of the vehicles as well. I may have to check my settings now that they've been doing updates since this week and last week on this game. And I also did updates to the European Truck Simulator because I had the similar issue on that game last night. But so far I've been maintaining. So far it's been really good. I haven't had any major issues with my driving. So that's a good thing, thank God. Alright, it's 8 o'clock. And we're making good time. Let me take a look at the map real quick. Going through Nevada. We got Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada. We got Utah. So we go for Nevada, Utah, and go right into Wyoming. So we're about to touch into Nevada very shortly. So at least we started. We're in Truckee. Yeah, we're in Truckee. Just passed it. We're looking pretty good right now. So Nevada, Utah. Work our way back into Wyoming. Good news is all of the towns and everything have already been discovered. The only thing that's missing is just like little routes here and there. There's like buildings and viewpoints and stuff that I haven't checked out here and there. That's just the usual. I'm still waiting for the Texas State DLC to come out. And right now we're looking pretty good. I just have to do regular jobs through the areas. Looking very good. Alright, good, cool. He moves out of my lane. Beautiful. Looking real good. Keeping that line. That's good. I don't need any fuel. Don't need any rest yet. Too early in the job anyway, so that's good. So I'm gonna pick back up on the microphone once we get further into Nevada. So I'm just gonna sit back, drink some water, just relax, and keep on trucking.
Go straight.
So it looks like we are making good time through Nevada. Once I get to Elko, we'll be getting our way out of Nevada, working our way into Utah, and then we'll be halfway there to Wyoming. So for those tuning in, we are looking real good right now. Truck is looking good on fuel. Driver is not tired completely yet.
Go straight.
I'm gonna have to start finding work for driver Ahmed because he's still having issues. Either that or I'm gonna have to just remove him. See if I can find something for him once I get finished with the jobs for today. Probably do it at the end of my stream. I'll take a look at the drivers and whatnot, see what's going on there. Right now, we're just focusing on these jobs. Looks like it's most of my drivers. Okay. I'm gonna have to find some jobs for these guys. Harold and Ahmed. Okay. I'll be looking to see what's going on with them and why aren't they doing any jobs. Let's see here. Pretty good right now. I check everything and come back on once I get into Utah.
Go straight. Okay, let's find a new route. Go Go straight.
apologize to those tuning in. I had to handle those drivers, and since Ahmed is using that wooden lowboy, he has a heavy load. His truck wasn't cutting it, so he probably wasn't able to get those jobs with that trailer. So hopefully now he should be good with any new jobs since he's using the wooden lowboy. And for those that were watching my last 2 or 3 streams, I was using that wooden lowboy, and that thing is for heavy loads. And my truck is already over 400 horsepower. His truck was not prepared for that type of load. He only had 370 horsepower, so he probably needed a little bit more oomph. So hopefully he will be good on the next stream when I'm driving around. He shouldn't pop up any further, so we'll see how that goes. I don't think I can upgrade my truck any further. I can take a look at the engines. I think my truck is pretty much maxed out at the highest I can get. Let me take a look at my truck real quick. Trucks. Can I upgrade my truck? Is my truck... Can I upgrade my truck? Truck manager. My Mac info. Let me see. Oh, I have to visit a service station. Well, that's a little bit disappointing. Everyone else can get their truck fixed on the fly, but I have to drive up to a place to do mine. Alright, I'll save mine for the next... once I finish this job.
Exit right.
See if I can get more power out of my truck too. There may be some new upgrades. I am a higher level now. The game may have upgraded me. So we'll take a look once we finish this job.
Okay, here we go.
Alright, so we're doing good. We're about to come up on Wyoming. I'm going to get myself in the right lane because I'm going to get ready to give my driver some sleep. And we will see how that turns out for the driver.
Stay left. Time to get the job done.
It's a little weird that it won't let me park in that spot that I was at a few minutes ago. Let me go get my trailer. Start this job up.
Let's go.
Alright, so I got my trailer back. We are now rocking and rolling. Right, now I'm gonna get out of here. Get back
Get ready to
the
turn
road.
right.
Back on the road. Is this the road?
Right.
Yes, it is. Hold up. Did I go the right way? Let me make sure I'm going the right way. Yes, I am. I'm going the right way. Okay. Yeah, I just want to stay on the highway. Okay. Well, first time for everything. Never actually done one of these before, stopping at a scale area for a weigh-in. So it's actually a nice touch to loop back around and get back on the highway from here. So let's see how that goes. No one's there. And I'm going.
Stay left.
And we are now in Wyoming. And I will continue to drive on through to get to Casper. Job is almost done. How much time is left? We have 27 hours left. Looking good. So I only had to sleep my driver one time. And fuel is looking good. I've got a half a tank of fuel left. I have more than enough needed to get to where I'm going. but I'm probably going to look for the next gas station and just top off anyway, just in case. Because there may be like a detour or some accident up ahead or something that always pops up. Because I put on realistic random accidents and stuff like that, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, cool. Slow down a little bit because we're in the rain. Actually, while I'm here, I could randomly rotate and look for the nearest gas station on my route. And the nearest gas station on my route is technically that one, because most of them take me out of my way. I'll probably get gas right here. Can I plop it in here? Yes, I can. So I'll go in there, get some gas, keep rolling, continue with the job. Because knowing the way this game has been doing me the last couple of streams, there's always some major accident right before I get to the main town, and I don't feel like detouring and not having enough fuel. Good old station wagon. Early 80s. Nice. So I sit back and just keep on cruising.
Exit right. Turn right, and then continue straight. Go straight. Stay right, and then turn right.
Man, everything's going real good, Coltrane. Everything's going real good, my brother. How you doing, man? It actually feels really good to be streaming, the trucks again. And then last night I was able to stream my European Truck Simulator. Haven't got to play that in over a month because I had training at my job and I couldn't have my regular Friday off. So now I'm back on my regular routine. Everything feels real smooth. Yeah, you're doing good. Nice, nice, nice.
Right.
Glad everything is very smooth for you, my brother.
Turn left.
Let me cut over. Beautiful. Let me cut into this traffic. Okay. Now let me cut into that traffic. Beautiful. Or just do that. Okay. But yeah, I'm glad everything's going good for you. Everything's going good over here.
Go straight.
Just keeping everything
Then stay right.
nice and smooth. The streams are going good. The gaming's going good. Real life is going very smoothly. Right up.
Stay right.
I must have hit somebody.
Turn right.
Other than that, everything else is looking real good right now on the stream. I'm having a good drive. I was going from California to Wyoming. I'm in Wyoming now, and I was bringing a load of vehicles, as you can see on my truck. Got some Mustangs and some little Chevy Silverados, I believe. Looking pretty good. I'm almost done this job, and I think
Stay left.
I will do... I think I'll do escort job. I want to do the one with the house where I need escorts to help me drive a house from one location to another. So I'll look for that one, and then I'll go from there. Because I got this is my last hour of the stream, so I should be good to do one of those jobs. And then I think there's only 7 of them for the DLC, so I'm just trying to knock out all of them so I can get that achievement unlocked for doing the DLC escort missions. I can't remember which ones I fully did and which ones I didn't, but I believe I didn't do the house. I had to move a big mobile home, so I'll try that one, and I should be good. So you didn't really miss too much in the stream, so that's good. I will kill this. Stopped raining. Let's go. Started in San Francisco, California, and we're going to Casper, Wyoming. I believe I may be close enough to it. I have to take a look at the map one more time. I'll take a look in a little bit of time. The only other thing I believe you missed is I was able to buy my first garage in a European Truck Simulator 2. Now I just need to save up money and get my first driver and get a basic truck for that person, and then I can start making real money on that game, because it's been really hard trying to get money up on that game. I don't know why it's so hard to save. They don't pay as much as on this game, so I gotta work harder just to do that stream, and I only have 18 videos on that one. This is 34 right now out of all of my videos on American, so I already have $1 million, as you can see in the bottom right. I got $1,009,740, and $1,009,000, excuse me, 740, and I'm looking pretty good. But the other game I only have 270, so I want to try to at least get to like 300,000, and but then I'll start looking at the trucks for the driver, because it's really the truck. The driver doesn't cost that much as that truck. Hopefully I can find like a nice basic one, and then I'll get one simple driver, and then start making them do jobs, and then that should help. And then from there, you know, work towards getting the second driver in their truck, and then once I have 2 drivers on that game will start generating me some real money. And then I can, you know, have more leeway over there. But for right now, I don't even have my own trailer on that game. I only have my own Scania truck, and I still need to get a trailer so I can do my own jobs. But I don't have enough money to really warrant me doing my own trailer yet on that game until I get at least 1 driver. If I get 1 driver, it would make more sense for me to have my own trailer, because then I won't have to keep bouncing around doing random jobs. I can just bring my own thing. So we'll see. And get over here.
Exit right.
Looking real good.
Ready to turn left. Turn left.
Let's see what we got here. Alright, so we are still cruising, and we are in Wyoming. Sun hasn't gone down yet, so that's good. It's gonna be around 8. Sun's still gonna be up. If I was in California, pretty much would be looking pretty good right about now. Well, we're looking alright. We're looking alright.
Stay right.
Let's see here. I think my job is up ahead. Let's take a look. Nope, I'm actually still going. Okay, cool. We're still going. Oh, almost done. So we were all the way here, came all the way this route. Yep, and working our way all the way up to Casper for those that were just tuning in. So we're going pretty well. Let's see what we got here. It's another successful drive as soon as we get to where we're going. And then for those that just tuned in, I will be trying an escort mission. I think I want to try to load a heavy home and move it between points. I think there's only seven escort missions, I believe, in the DLC for the heavy lift jobs. I will be trying to do the next one so I can keep unlocking it, because I want to get that achievement. I forgot what the achievement's called, but I think there's only 7 of the jobs, so we'll see. Not really too pressed for trying to figure out what it's called. I'm not gonna stop my stream and look it up right now. It's not important. What is important is finishing this job and then getting to the next job and going from there.
Stay left, and then turn left.
Let's see here.
Turn left.
Turning. Why did you stop? Why did you stop? There's no one in front of you. And again, sometimes the AI really does things. Even the cemetery is highly detailed. Jesus. This person over there walking a dog. Yep. Beautiful. Alright, let's keep on rolling. And we're behind the cop. Beautiful. Beautiful. There we go. Alright. Alright, Casper's further up the road. Can't wait to see North and South Dakota once they start adding in some more of these Midwestern states to the game. I know they're doing Texas next. Hopefully they'll make an announcement for going more Midwest, get those other northern states knocked out, because I like to see those territories next, but that's just my opinion. they may just start moving a little bit further east of Texas and just keep knocking out. The only thing I can see them doing is either going north or going south. So either northeast or southeast of Texas. I don't see them picking like one of the middle central states, because I know they want to connect it to either Wyoming or Texas. Whatever the next state they're going to do, they have to connect it to those two states. So they'll figure it out. It's a long road. Sun still hasn't gone down yet. Still don't need my night lights, but running lights, but I'm looking good right now. Just keep on rolling.
Stay left.
Let's see what we got here. Okay. Cruising along, looking real good, looking real good. And turns into a one-laner here.
Go straight.
Lights are coming on.
Stay right, and then continue straight. Go straight.
It's a two. Please stay a two-laner. That's good. McDonald's. I've only had McDonald's once so far. Earlier this month, so I haven't had McDonald's in a long time. Not saying it's the best food, but I had a Big Mac after a while. Still was pretty good like I remember it as a kid. I wouldn't want to do that all the time now, but it was nice. It was like making my own burgers now at home.
Stay left, and then turn left. Turn left. Stay right, then turn right.
Coming up on the end of this, looking real good. Alright, good. Coming up on that job. One thing I have to do now is just get... Oh no, that's right. The game automatically refreshed me because I'm doing escort job. Anytime I remember that, anytime you do an escort job for that DLC, the game automatically refuels your truck and rests your driver because they want you to. You can't stop for anything because of the big load, so you can't go to a gas station or a rest area. And the jobs are literally, I think, only what 15. I think it's like less than 15 minutes, really, in real life to do the jobs. They're not like long-term jobs because you can't really take your breaks and stuff for the driver, so they just rest you up. So that's gonna be really good. But I'm still gonna rest my driver up anyway, just in case that they've changed the rules. Because I don't know if they've changed the rules.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right, and then turn right.
There we go. I did this job over here before with a lowboy, and it was horrible just trying to get in here.
Right.
But at least now with this regular trailer, everything feels smoother on this job. But every trailer has different properties and aspects to handling it. I just have to get more practice. That's all.
You have
And
arrived.
now the train has to take this load somewhere else because it's not my job anymore. There we go. Let's see here. Train depot. Or depot. Nope, I need more time. Need more distance. Take it up. Take it back. In there. No, I do not want to skip the job. Okay. There you go. And we are looking pretty good. Alright, so we got that job handed down. We're looking really good right now. Let's see if I can move on to this next job. Alright, so I finally have everything unlocked for this truck. And now I have all of my skills up and ranked up. Finally reached it. Video 34. Let me see if I can upgrade my truck. I want to fix my truck, so I need to handle a Mac dealership. Set GPS.
Time to get the job done.
And then I want to do one of those escort missions. So let me take my truck to get fixed real quick. Give my driver some rest, the usual.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left, and then turn left. Turn left.
I wish I could actually just do a quick travel to the location, but the game won't let me. So let's see. How close is this job? Alright, there we go.
Stay right, and then turn right.
So I'll be able to fix my truck, upgrade my truck, rest my driver.
Go straight. Stay left.
Stay left. Said stay right. So for those tuning in,
Go straight.
just trying to get to the nearest repair shop so that I may repair my truck, and I want to upgrade, see what else I can get. See what else I can get for this truck, and I'm gonna go segue right into that escort mission. So just gonna drive halfway across this town real quick. Get in the left lane. Fire truck.
Stay left, and then turn left.
Alright,
Turn left.
here we go.
Here we are, safe and sound.
Okay. Alright, so let me see what I can fix on my truck. I don't think I have to. Actually, that's it. So they didn't unlock anything else for me, so I can't max out my truck any further. I'm looking real good on my 18 speeds. Peterbilt for life. I have no Peterbilt, sir. I will take a look at a Peterbilt on my next truck, but right now I still got this Mac Anthem right now. And I got the big dog right here. I got the big dog, so I gotta stick with that one. But yes, Dag, I'm trying to see if I can upgrade my truck, but there's nothing I can do for mine. And for those tuning in, I did just upgrade 2 drivers on the stream, and I got their trucks in order and their trailers in order, so hopefully they can handle better jobs. It looks like there's nothing I can do for this truck, so I'm already maxed out because I do a lot of heavy lifting, so my truck is pretty much optimized, so there's nothing else for me to do here. I'm gonna back out, and I'm gonna rest up my driver. and then I should be able to look for a heavy job for those tuning in, and then I'll do one of those escort missions. So let me get my truck fixed up here and get some rest. Do I need gas? No. Let's look for one of those jobs. Let's take a look here. I need heavy loads special. So I've already done this. I've done that. I'm looking for the house. I don't think I've done the house yet, so I need a house. And I haven't done an air conditioner, so if I don't find a house, I'll come back to the air conditioner. And I believe I've done that. I believe I may have done the huge tires, but I can't be too sure. Alright, there's the house. Let me see if there's anything else besides that. I've done the helicopter. Okay, cool. So, all I have to do now is the house. Do I want to go Utah? Maybe too much terrain. Let me see. I will do Fresno to Bakerfield. So, it's Fresno. Set GPS. And I'm gonna quick travel to Fresno. Let's quick travel to Fresno. I just saw Fresno. Where is Fresno? I lost my train of thought. There you are. Gotta take a look at the map a lot better. I was like, hold up. I know it was around there. So, let us see. I'm gonna grab the escort job, and then I should only be 2 more jobs left, and then I should get 7, and I should be okay from here. So let's see. Now I did pick that job. It should, yeah, there we go. It should unlock for me. There. Now, I already rested my driver and gave him some gas. But, excuse me. Apologize for that. But I believe the DLC still automatically refreshes your driver and gives them gas, because again, you can't stop to get... I mean, technically, you could if you detach the trailer, but I don't think the DLC is going to allow you to do that, because you have escorts, so pretty much the DLC already states at the beginning, driver was rested, fuel was trucked up, well, truck was fueled up, excuse me, and then, you know, you go right into the mission from there. And there should be always a cop in front, and then an escort truck in the back, usually like a pickup with the flashing hazard lights and the big arrows and whatnot to let people know, hey, we've got a big load going through here, just, you know, back off. The usual. Excuse me. So once I get to this job,
Turn left.
I will have to follow the lead vehicle on everything and make serious wide turns. Everything has to be very specific, because I don't want to get hung up on any corners of the road or hit anything and get wedged up. So I'm going to have to be very deliberate in my wide turns. So first off, let's see if we can actually get here. And this technically should be, this should take me to the end of my stream. If it goes over, that's fine. I'm not going to lose any sleep over that. We're going to stay here as long as this job takes. And, you know, we'll go from there. Let's see what we got here. So we should get the... So we should get the house. Let's see, is the house still here? Yes, the house is still here. Okay. I don't think I've done this... No, the scrapper's not heavy load because it doesn't have the caution. Alright. Yeah, trucks were refilled and driving hours restored. Okay. So the DLC still takes care of that. So just a mobile house. It's not one of the biggest things I've actually taken care of. It looks like a little, looks like a small ranch or mobile home. It's not one of the biggest jobs I've done. Alright, so as usual, it tells me avoid any possible conflict with the vehicles, don't drive outside of the route, or the game will quit and fail me. obey the speed limit, watch out for overtaking traffic, and change lane maneuver. Vehicle on the 6 will move over, and then the vehicle in front of me will move over, and then I have to move over. So I always have to watch my 6. The guy behind me will move and block traffic, and then guy in front, and then they'll make a corridor for me, and then I'll get in. So we'll just go from there and get this bad boy started. And I am gonna take my pictures. Let's see what we got here. Got that. Yep, that's a house. Oversized load. Yep. And we're gonna rock and roll. Rocking and rolling. Let's see if we can bring this truck. There we go.
Get ready to turn right.
That's gonna be my rear vehicle right there. And I believe the cop is right. Yep. So the SUV is my lead vehicle, and the pickup over here is my backup vehicle for those watching. It's usually always a pickup on the 6. And we are
Stay left,
rolling.
and then turn left.
Got a big house.
Turn left.
Good news about being on the escort missions, you do not have to follow the traffic lights at all. Even if it's a red light or whatnot, for those that never played the DLC, you just do your job. You just go and you're good to go. Hold up now.
Get ready to turn left.
Keep you... Yep. There we go.
Turn left.
Go. Deliberate. Deliberate. Take that corner, take that corner, take that corner. There we go. Okay. Traffic. Alright. So, Fresno, I believe, to Bakersfield. We're only going a short distance. These jobs are never long distance. They are very short. Simple for people that have played the game long enough to handle the jobs. So as long as you've played the game an ample amount of time, then you can start doing these jobs. And that's pretty much the only thing I can say for those that may be beginners like me and just want to jump into this game. I don't see nothing on the 6 with the... He's still staying in his lane.
Go straight.
And... Now, if this was real life, the traffic would have gotten out of the way of the escort vehicle and we would have just kept on moving. But since this is a video game, they haven't programmed that into the game. Because technically, the traffic would have moved out of the way of the officer, we would have just kept going for the red light, and then that would have been the end of it. But it is a game, so we're going to give them that leeway. And we're just going to stay here. No one's on my 6, except for the escort vehicle, and he has to tell me when he's switching lanes. He didn't switch lanes yet, so we're looking good. Is he right? I can see a little bit of the truck. Can I see him? No, he's right there. Yeah. Alright, he's in my mirror. I'm only concerned about the corners of the house. The front and the back are okay, but the width of the house, I have to watch out on these roads because it's exposed. I'm more concerned about keeping the right side of the truck away from the edge of the highway, not the left. I could care less about the left because the left is fine. They're not gonna pass because they know this is a wide load. AI is not that dumb. Correction, I said they're not that dumb because the AI can still be dumb in this game, but not to that level. And we're looking good. And now I'm taking up the side of the road, as you can see. hold in the middle of the road.
Get ready to turn left.
Let's see what we got here.
Turn left.
Okay. Give me a nice wide turn. Turning right into you. Okay. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes this game glitches and gives me issues and I fail the mission. He's not moving, that's good. So we're still staying in this lane. Because sometimes, the last time I did an escort mission, I failed because I lost a rear vehicle. Like, somehow it didn't keep up with me, and a car got between us, and it just said you failed because he didn't keep up. But I'm only doing 40, so, again,
Go straight.
a little bit of an issue in this game. And also, I failed the previous one because the escort vehicle moved and I couldn't see him, and the front vehicle did not move over like it was supposed to, but then it still said I failed. So sometimes the game glitches. And now there's traffic over there on my side, so I'm trying to give a little bit of space so they don't hit the house. Switch over here. So a little bit more over on this side. Looking good. Get back over. Get back over. Let's see what we got here. I think after this I'll be able to fit in one more job. I think I want to get my regular trailer, because I did say at the beginning, for those that tuned in, I was going to do one long distance job, which I did from San Francisco to Casper, Wyoming. So San Francisco, California to Casper, Wyoming. I'm doing this job right now between Fresno and Bakersfield, California. And then I'm going to go back to my garage. I believe it's in the one in Colorado. I'm going to get my regular red and black trailer, just my regular insulated one, and I'm probably going to do a simple job with that one, and then that should be the end of the stream for tonight. So at least getting 3 major jobs in, that should be good. But first of all, I want to get this one handled, because this one is the most engaging out of all of them because of the complexities of the cargo and the route. See where we are right now. Yep, so this job is technically almost done. I gotta come down here, and then we are officially done with this job. So, these are very small distance jobs. They give out the biggest pay, but they're very small. Which is fine, because I know for me, personally, I would just be bored out of my mind staying at 40 miles per hour for like the whole job. If it was anything longer than this distance, I just would have been like, yeah, no, I'm not doing it. And I would have just stopped playing the DLC. Because I like cruising, I like moving fast, but I get where they're coming from with this DLC because it is pretty heavy. Let's see here. Oh yeah, Dag, if you're still there too. I still gotta watch you do a Wyoming stream whenever you get back on this game, because I know, you know, I'm gonna enjoy seeing how you find all the towns you wanted to show me in the game and go from there. So I think I finished everything in Wyoming so far. I have everything unlocked now, so there's no more towns. Let me see what you said here. Yeah, yeah, I got you. Yeah, because I think I paid $20 for the France DLC. Like all their DLCs. No, yeah, well, it was $20 with tax. $17.99 per DLC for the European one. Uh, but yeah, even the DLC American truck is pretty pricey. Yeah, so yeah, I don't see a problem there. But I know for me, I'm only picking them up because I stream. So I'll just, I'll probably just get the next one for Texas when it comes out, and then I'll just go from there. But for you, at least you get to wait, so that's good. See how that. Hopefully they'll give a winter sale. Christmas around the corner and Thanksgiving first. I'm gonna move over a little bit more to the right because now I see big rigs coming, and I do not want them to touch the house. There we go. How's that corner looking? Good. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, that gobbler sandwich from Wawa. I think I tried that one time, and it was actually very good. Like, I mean, I know I'm not gonna like stuff myself with it because I like having the regular Thanksgiving, but I think I tried it one time and it was actually really good. So, but yeah, Wawa does some really good stuff. I can't complain on that one. I still like their mac and cheese. That really helped out when my girlfriend made that chili I was telling you about. Yeah, it was so fucking good. Just dumped it right into the chili.
Stay right, and then exit right.
Let's see, are we getting off the highway? Yes.
Turn left.
Okay. Alright. Let's get you down the corner. There we go. Yeah, that leftover. Okay, good. Yeah, you just gonna tear it up then. Yeah, because it's really good. Hold up, let me come into this corner here. Don't touch the house. Don't touch the house. Don't touch the house. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I can't wait for my girlfriend to make more chili again. That's gonna be real good. Grab that mac and cheese if I can.
Go
Put
straight.
my hazards on. Bring you over. Oh God, yes. There we go. Trying to take the middle of this road. Yep, that right. I knew that right side was getting close. Yep. Take that right side. There we go. Hazards off. Yeah, we're looking real good right now.
Go straight.
Go.
Stay right, then turn right. Turn right.
And we are almost done. Just need to bring it in. Just need to bring it in.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
with you, officer. Officer is now posting up. And we are done. Thank you, sir.
Finally, we are here.
Bring that bad boy in. Where do they want this? Oh, no. Wait, hold up. Wait. Oh, they already gave me the location up ahead. I was about to say, I'm like, where do they want this job? Alright, cool. No, sir. There we go. We are done. They got it. Perfect. Yes! Oh, it's 7 out of 11. My apologies. Okay, so there's 11 jobs, not 7. Okay. So that's looking pretty good right now. It's looking pretty good. Got 4 more. Almost done. Okay. Nice. So, let's see what we got here. Yeah, the Mac Anthem may not be a Peterbilt, but she still gets me where I'm going. It's but to be fair, your Peterbilt would have did the job right off the bat. I actually had to upgrade the Mac Anthem. So to be fair, the Peterbilt would have won because even the base Peterbilt can handle heavy cargo jobs. The base Mac cannot. So yeah. Let me see. 7-Eleven Slurpee time. Sounds pretty good, man. I haven't had a cherry Slurpee in a long ass time, so that sounds pretty good. First of all, also let me see where my trailer is. I want to do one last job before I go, so I want to do the sliding trailer. Where is it? It's in Alamosa. I want to do a job in California. So bring it over to California. I want to use and I want to go to my garage in San Francisco. Now why is productivity low over here? I'm gonna have to take a look at that later. I'm not interested in that at the moment because of the stream is gonna be done, but I will take a look to see if we can get those numbers up. Good news is I fixed my drivers with some of their trucks and vehicles so they can get better jobs and they can actually do more jobs and not be limited by the limitations of their trucks. So I will focus on the Colorado location next. On my next stream. But for right now, let me see. Do I have to fuel up? I don't have to fuel up. My driver is looking okay. I probably do want to top off. So I will probably just top off and give him some gas. First things first. Let me give it some fuel. We'll turn the wheel and turn the wheel. There's the trailer over there. Now, this is what I was trying to use the beginning of the stream, but I didn't have it at the right location. That was on me. I left it in Colorado. But other than that, it all worked out because I'll just finish the stream with one job with my custom trailer. We'll call it a day. Let's see what we got up in here. Okay, so we're looking good. Trailer's up. And let me first things first, let me grab a job. I am here. Do I want to stay in California or do I want to go into Oregon? I want to see if I can go into Oregon. Yes. There's one for Oregon. It's furniture. Yeah, I'll make that the easy one. Okay, cool. So I'll grab that one,
Okay, here
and
we
then I'll
go.
do that job. But just bear me one moment. Let me just take care of something real quick, and we'll start this stream. Okay, now we can get this job started. Get myself some good old water. Alright, let's rock and roll. Because this is going to be a job, and I don't feel like stopping to get another bottle of water. So let us roll out. Okay. I'm going to actually cut across that grass. That's about it.
Never
Cut,
mind.
cut, 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 cut. There we go. Alright, now we're looking good.
Stay left, and then turn left.
Alright.
Turn left.
Alright, back in San Francisco. Alice. I feel like the job is close by, but I could be wrong. I know it's supposed to be furniture, I believe. Should be furniture. Let me take a look at this map again, because I want to know if this job is actually very... Oh, it is close by. Okay. I don't want to go too far. Because if it's too far out of my way, I would just end the stream right there. But if it's close enough, still make this time. Hold where you're going. Beautiful. There we go. I was kind of hoping the light would have turned green. I need to go into the left lane. You need to get off my side. Actually, he wouldn't get off my side. Come on, get over here. Keep moving. I need to get over here. Oh, now there's traffic. Oh, nope. Oh, you saw I was turning. Let's see. I gotta get around you. Let's get around you. Alright, it's going too slow there.
Stay left, and then turn left.
Yeah. I think I've been over here at this location before.
Turn left.
So, gotta go down there and back it in. Yep. Down there and back it in.
Turn right.
Alright, how do they want me to back in here?
This is where it ends.
There we go. Furniture. Okay, cool. Still Oregon. Beautiful. Okay. Yep, I do have to U-turn. So, how do I want to U-turn this one? I want to come in. I want to come in first. Then I'm gonna U-turn it. Out there first. Back it up. Three-point turn, that bad boy. There you go. You're not going to give me enough clearance, are you? Now you're going to give me clearance. Get in there. Turning, keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. Keep turning. Turn her in, turn her in, turn her in, turn her in. There we go. Okay. All right. Start this job.
Ready to roll.
So, California to Oregon. Beautiful. Got my favorite trailer. Looking real good. Looking real good.
Turn right.
The same cleaning truck again? Are they kidding me? I'll make this real quick. The game's trolling me. They literally brought back the same cleaning truck again. Alright, so now we're gonna get ready to
Then turn left.
leave San Francisco once I cross that bridge that's up above us.
Turn left.
that corner. Alright, so we're looking pretty good right now. We're staying on track. And we are moving from San Francisco right now. I shouldn't have done that. Moving from San Francisco right now. So it's all behind us, as you can see. The iconic wharf and everything. Ship, yeah. Crossing through. Should be crossing up to another bridge. This one's the roof. Yep. There we go. Alright, now I can extend. There we go. Tugboats moving. Big shipping lanes. Moving through. Big cargo ship over there. We're looking real good. Tugboats are literally moving into place. Yeah, they are actually moving. Nice. Staying left.
Stay left.
Oh, nope, it won't let me stay left. There is a detour, apparently. Yep, truck crashed. Overturned.
Okay, let's find a new.
So it will reroute.
Stay right, and then exit right. Exit right. Turn left.
And back onto the highway. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now we're gonna head on our way now. We just have to get out of California. I believe it's gonna take us into Nevada and then briefly crest through Nevada, and it will take us right into Oregon from there. Because we're going into southeast Oregon, I believe. Take a look at the map. Is it southeast Oregon? Yeah, it is southeast Oregon. So we're going to briefly go into Nevada, cut through to the southeast side of Oregon. Touching Idaho there. That's nice. Alright, let's rock and roll.
Stay left.
Oh yeah, Dig, if you're still there, I probably will be getting into Octopath Traveler tonight. I just have to talk with some of the guys for Arma-related stuff for the mission tomorrow. And then I should be going right into... Yeah, I should be going right back into Octopath Traveler again. Because I haven't played that... Yeah, I haven't touched that all week, actually. So, we'll see how that goes. There we go. I'm going to touch that corner there. Reno. Let me see what you said. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm actually doing either of those games on Twitch, but yeah, I will have those ready for broadcast. I'm trying to figure out if I want to do Deus Ex tomorrow night after I finish Arma. I know I have like next Thursday and Friday off for my girlfriend's birthday, so I may push Deus Ex to Wednesday night, because then I won't have nothing to do Wednesday night, and then I'll have all that free time after she goes to bed. So I think that might work out. Let me see. Yeah, okay, I'll let you know, because I'm looking at my calendar and it's like Wednesday night would be good, because then I'll do the wrestling with you, and then I'm off for Thursday and Friday for her birthday, and then I can just go straight home and be like bloop bloop, and we go do the stream, and then I can broadcast that for you. Yes, we have wrestling and we have Arby's, and then when I go home, then I don't have to go to bed right away. So then when I go home, I can go straight in there. Although to be fair, I technically don't have to go home, because then technically I'll be with you. I could just pull up my information on one of your computers if you want, and then I could just play the game at your house a little bit, and then I can go home. But it's totally up to you, because I have my Steam information. So technically that wouldn't make any sense, because it's like I don't have to go home anyway, so I'll just play it over there on the backup computer. And then let me see my password. Yeah, I got my stuff saved, so I'll just save a note. So that would actually work, because then we got George there. We can probably see about exactly. I won't. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't make it home to 2 in the morning. That would just be playing. That would be just 10 times. That would be a pain in the ass. Because by the time I get home, I'm probably just gonna be like, I don't feel like playing it. I'm just gonna go do some door kickers or something simple, and then go to bed. So it would make more sense, because then it'll be me, you, your dad, George, and then we could probably game with George if he wants to. We can probably see if Streets of Rage 4 is working, that DLC, if you want to take a look. And then if not, you just go straight into Deus Ex, and then I can just pull that up. So that would work out. Because I don't even know if that DLC is still working. Yeah, that's a plan. Yeah, exactly. If we told Abby, that's technically what the plan would be. So that's literally, I communicated with you, you communicated with me. That has been established. There we go.
Go straight.
I think... Oh no, I'm doing good time. There's no weight scale on this side of the road. I thought I had to get ready to pull over for a weigh-in station, but it's on the other side. But I'm pretty sure there's one coming up, and then I will have to weigh this load. But again, I am just taking furniture from one location to another, so we pick things up and we put it back down, and it's going to go in another location. Let's see. Now, I did have one quick question. I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this, but when I log in on one of your computers with my information and I play the Deus Ex, since it's going to be uploaded to the cloud, that save is going to be there. I can easily just come back home, pull it up again, and it'll just be right there since it is the cloud. And I believe that is a yes. I just wanted to make sure because it's technically on your computer with my profile in theory. Okay. Because that's the only thing, like, I'll do it, I mean, because at least the good news is, I can play a little bit at your house, and then if it doesn't carry over, I mean, the only thing that's worst case scenario is literally, okay, I may have just lost an hour, and I'll just play an hour again on my computer when I go home. If it does that, let me get on the straightaway first before I look at your message, because I can't see my phone. Straightaway? Okay. Okay, thank you. Yeah, because that's the only thing I'm concerned about. Because I know that the game's probably going to pull me in, like how I play Octopath, and if it pulls me in and I'm spending like 2 or 3 hours and then I go home and it doesn't save over, I just have to do it all over again. And it's like, I don't want to get too much time in on the backup computer and then it doesn't save to the cloud and then, it doesn't carry over well. But other than that, everything else should be fine. Plus, I would have to retweak my controls on that computer because I got mine set up over here. So I'll just, go back into the settings, tweak mine a little bit, and then I'm good to go. And for those tuning in, I am still working my way through Nevada. Just got in here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the nearest bed. Is there a bed on my route? Is there a bed on my route? Or do I have to keep going? No, there's no bed there. There's no bed there. Let's see here. There is a bed there. I may... Yeah. So, I'll just keep rolling till I get to that point, and then I'll get a bed. I don't have a location for this driver, so it's not looking too good. Switching lanes, downshift, upshift, and you cut me off, bro. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Get out of here, man. Just like real life, I was literally trying to get into that middle lane, got cut off that slowly. But we're still good. Still got my shifting going. And we're rocking and rolling. It's like... decent drive so far. Hasn't gotten too dark for the high beams yet, so that's good. Now it's dark enough for these lights, because I didn't want to turn it on. But now I'm pretty good now with turning it on, so that was a good wait. Let's see here. And for those tuning in, if anyone did miss it, this is going to be the last job for the night. I pretty much started with a long-distance job from San Francisco to Casper, Wyoming, and then my second job was between Fresno and Bakersfield, California, which was literally a job for a heavy load, which was a house. And now we're doing furniture right now from California all the way over to Oregon. tomorrow I will be streaming as a combat medic for a group on Armor 3 called WSC. That will be tomorrow. Well, actually, it'll be tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. So, normally every Friday at 11 p.m. Eastern, I do the American Truck Simulator. Saturdays, I will do 7 p.m. Eastern for Armor 3. And almost every alternating Thursday, I will do a stream at 11 p.m. Eastern for European Truck Simulator 2. So just for those tuning in, you can check out that schedule. I don't actually have a set schedule for European Truck Simulator 2 because that's usually an alternating schedule when I actually have more free time to stream that game. But my two main streams will always be Arma and American Truck Simulator for those tuning in. Okay, I just saw your message pop up, Dig. I'm gonna take a look at your message once. I saw that said bad news, so I see that. I'll take a look at your full message once I finish this stream, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Yeah, I keep all that business private. I'm not gonna pull up anything on my streams for any conversation or whatnot, but conversation to the stream. But yeah, I'll pop over there real soon. I'm just trying to I'm halfway through Nevada right now. I'm trying to work my way to Oregon, so it'll be in no time towards the end of the job. And also thank you to those that are tuning in. Pretty much keep my streams like this all the way through, so, you know, just come in, just relax, you know. Guys can talk if you want to. No, don't have to if you don't want to. But, you know, most people just come in, they'll just watch the stream, enjoy themselves. It's very relaxing. I enjoy playing this game. I've been playing this almost a year now. Just really enjoy this game. It's been pretty good. Because I started playing this game last December when I got my steering wheel, my setup and everything. So coming up on December this year will be a full year since I've been playing this game and a European Truck Simulator. So both those games I've been playing for almost a year now. And Arma 3, I've been playing that game for 5 years. So I've been streaming for that 2 years now. And this one's almost 1 year. So it's been pretty good. Pretty good. Either 2 years or 3. I have to take a look and see when I started for Arma. I believe I've only streamed for 2 years on that game. But I'll see. And I do have to turn over if you let me in. He won't let me in. And he would not let me in. That's lovely. So I damaged it a little bit, but I had to get in there. And that's the only thing I hate about AI. They don't really do a lot of things smart on this game, because he knew I needed to get into the right lane, but he was speeding up, and that would have been a real accident if I didn't swerve into the lane right away. And there was a mod that someone made for the AI, but they have not released a new one because the mod is now incompatible with the new updates to the game. So hopefully somebody makes a new mod. And I've been saying it for the last couple of months and I still haven't seen it, but hopefully somebody makes a new AI mod to make sure the traffic does a lot of more logical choices, because a lot of their driving has been really bad. Like, just case in point, right back there, that guy was speeding up and I wanted to get into the right lane. I would have hit the cones and damaged my truck, so I had to damage my trailer by 1%, but it was better to damage that than have my whole truck just damaged, and I would have ended my stream. So hopefully, God's willing, somebody gets on top of that, makes a mod for the community, and then unless I'm missing something and it's already been released, I'm gonna have to take a look. pretty sure your message already answered the question too, because I was thinking the only backup I was thinking is probably like Thursday night after I take care of my girlfriend's birthday or something like that. I still have Friday, and I'm thinking like as a backup last resort, I'd probably play like Thursday night because I'd still be awake. But I'm still trying to focus on that Wednesday, so I'll see what your message says about that and go from there. Let's see here. I think my route marker is coming up, and it is. Yep. Yeah, we're looking real good. Because I gotta sleep my driver right there. And how much time do I have left on the job? 23 hours. Alright. So I just need to get my guy into the right lane then. Once I get some more speed. Actually, I can get right behind this Greyhound because I'm not gonna pass him.
Exit right. Exit right. Turn left.
Go. Okay, cool.
Get ready to turn left.
Probably by the time I finish this driver's sleep, it should be daytime for him at least.
Turn left.
But it may also rain. We'll see how the game treats me once this driver gets his rest. Well. Alright, cool.
Get ready to
Alright.
turn right.
Can I? Is it in here? It's in here. Where can I sleep my truck? Okay, cool. I can stop it right here. Called it. As usual, rain. I had a feeling it was going to be rain. I always do that. Let me see here. I want to... Go.
Right.
Alright, so we're looking pretty good right now. We're still making good time. Let's take a look at how much time is left. 12 hours is left. Driver is rested. And I have enough to get up to Ontario, Oregon. So we are finally on the last leg of the stream and the last leg of this final cargo job. And again, it's only furniture. Furniture moving between California and furniture going to Oregon for those that just tuned into the stream. Just making sure I didn't miss anybody. Looking pretty good. Man, they got one guy out there by himself? Hopefully he's getting that overtime in the rain. He's out there by himself. Let's see what's going on here. Also, I totally forgot about that location, Dag, that it looks like a flat tabletop mountain in Wyoming. Your dad was telling me about it. Totally forgot what it was called, but I have to find it in Wyoming. I didn't find it in the game yet, and I have to go back to Wyoming and drive around and see if I can find that. It's supposed to be like a landmark. I think you know it, yeah. Thank you. Yes. Devil's Tower, okay. I'm gonna Google that and then look for it in Wyoming. Northeast, okay. Because one of those roads, it's probably on one of those roads, and it's in the game, but I didn't see it yet, because the main routes I've been taking through Wyoming doesn't take me past it, so it's probably one of those rural side roads, excuse me, that will show it to me, because it looked great on the pictures, but I haven't seen it in game yet, so I'm going to look for that when I go back to Wyoming. So I think after this stream, I will leave my population 50. Yep, and the gas station pump, the old gas station pump, with the water. Yeah, I remember you told me in Georgia about it. Had the pictures and everything. I was like, yeah, I would fill up my car over there if I was way out there. That sounds like a really good thing. They got a still working water gasoline pump. Doesn't use air. Just straight water, you said. But yeah, I'll look for the Devil's Tower and then in the northeast and see if I can find it on the game. If anything, people already found it on the game. I'd probably just take a look at a discussion board, and they'd probably already say where you have to drive through. Because let me take a look at the map. It shows in the northeast, and I've technically in the northeast. I've technically been on most of these major roads. The yellows let me know. Yeah, see, the yellows let me know that I drove through them. I haven't driven on this road because it's gray, and I haven't driven on this road because it's gray. So the only thing I can think of is either it's on this road or it's in this area. Route 14. Route 14. Where the fuck is Route 14? Route 14's right here. Now, I have stuff up there that I've never... East out of Gillette. Then, yep. Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I knew it had to be something because I haven't been there. All the yellows are routes that I've driven. The grays are everywhere I haven't gone through yet. So yeah, next time I do my stream, I will come to Gillette and I will drive up here, and I'm going to take a look and screenshot. But yeah, like you said, it's probably right there. Yeah, I'll take a look for that. Because I wanted to see it, because the pictures make it look really good, and it's like this massive little mountain just chilling right there in the middle of this open, this area. And it's like the tallest thing in that area, so I just wanted to take a look at it and see what it looks like in game. So I'll go over there, I think I'll do that next Friday. Yeah, I believe you in real life. Like, I saw the pictures you showed me, and I googled it, but I haven't gone. Yeah, like the pictures in real life, look better than the one in game. Like, I mean, the company did a great job making it look really similar to the real life one, but we already know the real life one is just amazing. But I just want to see it in the game too, so I'm gonna wait. That'll give me something to look forward to for the next Friday stream. Because I'll probably go up there, take a look at that tower, Devil's Tower, and then I'll pick a job right there from that Kraft Heinz place, that dairy farm right up there. And then I can just start my stream from there, because there's already a company up there. I'll do a job right over there, and then I'll just, move out of that area. So we're looking pretty good. Downshift all the way. There we go. Sayhen Casino. We are technically almost done. We're now... Oh, here's Oregon. I was about to say we are leaving Nevada, and we are now in Oregon. And the job, yep, pretty much going into Oregon. We're gonna touch Idaho. So wait, it says Oregon, but it looks like, hold up. It says Ontario, Oregon, but it looks like it's in Idaho. Am I missing something here? This is Idaho. So, and this is the border. Okay, the town falls between the borders. Okay, I caught myself. I'm over here thinking it's Idaho, and I'm like, hold up. But it falls on the border. All right, so I was right. We're going to Oregon still. Still rocking and rolling. Fuel is looking real good. Oh, I want to see if I can pass this truck. And no, I can't pass yet. I mean, technically, I could illegally pass him, but I'm not going to do that right now. Oh, now I can legally pass again. Do I have enough? No, I don't. And there's traffic coming up. No, let me see, is he making good time? He's making good time. I don't want to pass him and then there's a truck or something coming. That's the only problem. Because I'm gaining on him. But it's like... Yep, every time. There's another vehicle right there. But do I have enough to pass him? Let's see. I'm going to pass him. Don't be another vehicle coming up. Yep, had enough to pass him. Beautiful. Okay. Overtaken with a big rig. I just don't want to be stuck way back there. Because I know I have some other things to take care of, so cannot stay too long on the Tonight stream, so doing pretty good on timing right now. But I know I would have been way behind if I stayed on that big rig. Let's see what we got here. Because I know I want to play me some Octopath Traveler, and maybe some Door Kickers. Door Kickers 2. See what's going on there. Let's see. Gotta pull into the weigh-in station. Weigh station right here. There we go. Looking real good. Alright, 67,000 pounds, 392. Okay. They're not coming this way. Cool, cool. Alright. Yep, Boise, Idaho, Jordan Valley. Okay. Alright, so we do have to cut into Idaho and come back over to Oregon. Like, okay. Give it a nice cut. Alright. Should be turning green shortly. Are you gonna... no, I don't have time to wait for you. You're not... No. Come on, dude. It's not rocket science. Okay. I'm bypassing you. You're going slow enough. You're going slow enough. There we go. Gasoline station. Beautiful. Don't need gas right now. Job is almost done. Peterbilt. Peterbilt. Yellow. Let's see here. Okay. Looking real good on timing right now. overtaking again. There we go. They sure do have a lot of one-lane roads on this route. This is the second one so far. And I saw one in Wyoming, so that's 3. And where's that traffic at? Who's coming in behind me? Yep. Man, this is a long light. Lord in heaven. There we go. There you go. Alright, we just made it to Idaho. Just have to get my way through a little bit of Idaho and then touch the southeast corner of Oregon. We are good. Let's see here. Yeah, I expected to have the potatoes. Somebody did not do their research when they added in the crops in this location.
then turn left.
There we go.
Turn left.
Yep, now we're going to Ontario, Oregon now. Say goodbye to the corn, buddy. We're saying goodbye to the corn and potatoes. That's a hearty staple for our meals. Alright. Oh, that was fast. Welcome to Oregon. Okay.
Stay right, and then exit right. Exit right.
This has actually been a very enjoyable stream. We are coming up right up to the end now, ladies and gentlemen. Peterbilt was like, no, I want to get in there. And I'm like, I'll stay over there.
Stay left.
Oh yeah, we are rocking and rolling right over here.
We are finished.
Alright, where do they want this? Oh, thank God. Alright, cool, no one's there. Honking that horn again. Come around that corner. Can I get in there? Yes, I can. Oh, they don't want it there. They want it. Oh, they want it over there. All right. Let's give them what they want. Phew, God damn. No, that's not. I'm not going to have enough time for that. Enough clearance for that. I need to go right here. Okay. All right. There we go. Get her in there. Get her in there. Get her in there. Get her in there. There we go. Ooh, I love this game. Put it right back in there. All right. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is the job right there. Let us close that up, close that up, close that up. Handle that. And that is the last job for the stream. So we're looking real good right now. Almost level 37. Got $1,205,000 now for myself and my other drivers. We're looking really good right now. Rating is now 10 up there on rating, so looking real good. So I think what's going to happen is when I come back in on Friday, I'm going to either be in Colorado or I'm going to be in Wyoming. But I may go up to Washington State and drive around up there again, because I do like that state, and I'm in Oregon right now. So I may just do some jobs around here, and then I'll end the next week probably coming back over here. But I'll see how I feel. Well, actually, I may do that, but I know first things first, I may have to do this and then look for that Devil's Tower. So I may do that first, or I'll stay over here and then work my way over there. But I know that I have to come back over here next week. So for those tuning in, I thank you all for joining me on this one, just watching some of these jobs. I will be back again next Friday at 11 p.m. Eastern, and I believe next Thursday night, I will try to do a European Truck Simulator 2 because I will be off next Thursday for personal matters, so I will be streaming that day. And if anyone wants to watch me again streaming this weekend, tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, I will be streaming for an armor group called WSC. I am a combat medic. I've been a medic for 5 years on the game. So I will be streaming from that perspective tonight for those tuning in. So everyone continue to take care, and you all have a good night.